welcome back to our Legacy Challenge. We are here at the high school with all of our teenagers. They are getting ready to have another school day, and hopefully we'll be able to make some of our teens make some friends. Obviously we have Adriel, who is already well set up with making friends and having some relationships. We are going to try to build on some relationships with some of our other teenagers and getting them going with their setup in the school. So we are just going to go ahead and let them continue on with getting set up here. They're going to go ahead and head on into the school building, and hopefully we'll be able to get them some friends, and we will build on some relationships, because as we know, we do want them to make some contacts and some relationships and be able to hopefully find some people that they can build a future with and potentially be able to find love for their lives and things like that, because as we know, they're going to have to move on in their future. So we are just going to let them get to know some people. So we are just going to let them introduce themselves to some of the other students. We'll build on some relationships, and then once it's time for school to start and classes to start, they will go ahead and get themselves on into class. When we had left off in our last episode, we know that Adriel had gotten engaged, and so he is feeling really confident right now. We know that he is feeling on top of the world because not only is he in love, he is engaged, and all of his dreams kind of feel like they're coming true for him. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to head everyone off to class. They are going to get their education here. They've done a little bit of socializing, but now they obviously need to go ahead and just get their education for the day, because it's not all about socializing. So we'll go ahead and get them into class here and let them get their studies done for the day. It looks like they all actually have the same class, which I think is quite hilarious. They actually do all have the exact same class. That's pretty funny. So it looks like Tessia says, the world has diverse environments, cultures, and societies, all worth learning about and celebrating. Tessia is excited to pick her location for the in-class presentation. It's made clear that no two students can choose the same topic. Suddenly, a note from one seat over lands on Tessia's desk, asking what place she will pick. Does she respond or not? Let's go ahead and respond. So obviously when this class is over, they will have their lunch period, and during their lunch period we'll go ahead and we'll allow them to do a little bit more socializing, and they'll be able to hopefully build on some more of their friendships and making some bonds. There's not a whole lot of people here currently for them to really get to know. Let's go ahead and get her to come over and do an introduction here, and we will get him to come over and do a introduction as well, and we're just going to try to get to know some of the students. Adriel's in there on the computer in the computer lab, it would seem, and Tessia's gone off to go to sleep because she's really tired. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but it would seem that she didn't maybe get enough sleep last night, and so she is trying to get a little bit of rest. You guys need to get yourself off to class for your second class of the day, and then our school day will obviously be over, and hopefully they've been able to make some good friendships here. Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks like, all right, so Julian has made a good friendship here with Marielle. He has some good compatibility with her, but they don't really have a very good relationship. A communal groan stretched across the classroom as reality set in that today was the day health class took over. Most students would have stayed home had they known nobody wanted to be here to learn about their bodies. How embarrassing. There aren't many ways to get out of this now, which means Isaiah needs to find a way to decide to stick it out. Yeah, just stick it out. And the in-class assignment today was to write some poetry. Easy enough. Poetry is just some words, and maybe they are supposed to rhyme. Looking it up on his phone, Julian found some good poetry online as examples, but he's running out of time. So Julian plagiarize? No, write an original poem. PA loudly chirps on for some announcements. Tessia doesn't really hear about the weather forecast or updates to the school's social calendar. With no lessons going on, now seems like a good time to listen to the announcements. All right. And he also is unattracted to Casey. All right. And then Tessia has a little bit of getting to know Kareen and Emmett. And then we have Everett, who has good compatibility with Cam. And Isaiah got to know Marielle a little bit as well. And Cam, but it would seem he got a sentiment with Marielle. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to send everyone home. The end of the day report says that everyone did pretty good. Julian impressed his teachers today, so we love that. Adriel does have his after school activity that he has in a little bit of time, so he will be going to his after school activity. So we'll be seeing him head off to do that soon. And we're going to go ahead and send Julian on home. Wonder why I can't send the rest of these people home. Like, doesn't everybody else want to go home? But it doesn't give me that option. I wonder why. Let's go ahead and go home with Julian, and then we'll bring everyone else home. Okay, so we have arrived back here at the house. Who are you? You are someone famous. Okay. Let's go ahead and send them all in. We're going to allow them to get themselves a bite to eat because they're all getting a little bit hungry, and they need to work on their homework and go to the washroom and things of that nature. So I am just going to let them go ahead and take care of some of their needs. I will get Adriel, once he's done eating, to work on his homework because he does need to do that. So we will get him to work on his homework, and then maybe I'll have him go ahead and just give his fiancée a little bit of a call, and he can chat with Evie because they haven't had a chance to talk today. So we'll call her, and we will have a little bit of a chat with her. So we will call her, and we will chat with her. All right, let's get her to come up here and sell this painting. And we'll get Mitchell to come and resume that painting because he started that one. Perfect. All right. Did he already finish his homework?
Yes, miss.
He did. So we'll get him to do some extra credit work after he talks with Evie.
Yibe. Renshu. Oh. Aura boy.
All right, Tessia, how did you do with your homework? She's finished her homework. That's fantastic. And she needs to get herself a bite to eat as well. And let's go ahead and check on the other kids. He's good with his homework. And he's good with his homework. And how are you? You've already done yours as well. Perfect. So all of the kids have done their homework for the day. They were able to make some friends at school, which is fantastic. We were able to build on a little bit of some relationships. Tomorrow is game night, which is going to be fantastic. They'll be able to spend a little bit of time together as a family doing some games together, which I think is going to be good. I like it when the family is able to kind of bond with each other. And once Adriel is done with his homework, I'm going to go ahead and get him to go and get himself a little bit of rest. It is almost 10 o'clock, and so we are going to start getting everyone to kind of turn in for the night, go get themselves a little bit of shut-eye. All right, Tessia, you go off to bed. Haley's just going to get herself a little bit of food here. So we'll get her to eat a little bit, and then she's going to head herself off to get some rest as well. We'll send her upstairs and send her to bed with Mitchell. And then I will see you in the morning when everybody wakes. All right, so we are just getting Adriel to cook a little bit of breakfast this morning. He was out doing a little bit of fertilizing of the plants. Once he's done making breakfast for the family, we're going to have him call over Evie, and maybe they can have a little bit of a visit today. It is game night today, and so I think that he will maybe want her to come over and spend game night with them. So we'll have her come over for game night, because obviously she won't be able to go to school with him, being that she's homeschooled, but I do think that he would want her coming over for game night. So we'll have her coming over and spending game night with the family. I think he would want to see her. So I think maybe he will give her a bit of a ring and just see if she wants to spend game night with the family. And so he'll invite her for that. It's a little early right now for him to give her a call, but we will definitely have him do that. So everyone is just enjoying the breakfast that Adriel made for them, and he's going to go ahead and do a little bit of studying for his exams. No? Okay, that's fine. He's like, no, I want to go out and check on the plants. Oh, it looks like we have some plants that we can evolve. So let's go ahead and evolve our plants. And then we will send everyone off to school in a little bit. We are just going to follow Adriel to school today. I think it's a little bit easier to keep track of just one of them than it is to try to keep track of all of them. But yeah. I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up. Just pick something you like. This family is a really close-knit family, as you can see, and they definitely like to spend time together, and we absolutely love that for them. We are going to go ahead and follow Adriel off to school and see him once we get there. Okay, so we have arrived here at the high school. We are just going to have Adriel go on off to class soon. First, he has to obviously have his free time this morning, so we're going to send him off and let him just do a little bit of exercising. It looks like he wants to get a little bit of exercising in. So he's going to go down and just do a little bit of exercising this morning before he has to go on into class. We love that for him. He does enjoy fitness, so this makes sense that he would want to do that. Being that it's winter, he doesn't get to get out for runs as much as he would like, so he is just taking advantage of some of the school's gym equipment. All right, go ahead and get yourself off to class there. It does look like there will be an exam prep session today after school, so he may want to potentially consider taking advantage of that. So we'll just have to see about him doing that. But he is currently in art class, and we are going to try to make the most of his art session today and see that he does well here in his art class. He is obviously gaining some skill in, I think, photography right now. Yeah. So hopefully he will be able to get a little bit more skill in that. Be friendly with a faculty member. Okay, let's go ahead and ask for some career advice. And it wants us to be friendly with a student. Let's go ahead and chat with this student.
Farosh.
Oh.
Who yibs? Unada.
Let us ask her about her day or something. Let's do ask about day.
Sibava.
Beno Jirabao. Rehavilpa.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and go and just get him a little bit of lunch, I think. Order some veggie sliders from the cafeteria lady. That way he isn't feeling hungry. So we'll go ahead and let him have a little bit of lunch, and then we will head him off to class in about an hour's time. He's going to have his second class of the day. He's feeling really confident about school. Obviously, I think he would. He is a straight A student. He does really well in school. But he's also feeling good because he knows he's going to be able to see Evie later. So I think that's great for him. Ha, he just stole that seat from that guy. Alright, so we are in class now. We have reported to class. And we are in our computer science class. Hopefully we'll be able to glean something from this class as well. Oh, the teacher's yelling at this guy. My goodness. So he's learned that the Sierra girl that he met is shy and timid. That's quite a combination of traits she's got going on there. Alright, so school is over here. We are just going to go ahead and send Adriel on home. That way he can call up Evie and see about inviting her over. Alright, so it is game night. For game night, they need to invite guests over and they need to do games by playing video games, toys, the arcade, or playing on the chess table. And we are just going to have him go ahead and invite Evie over. So let's have him invite her over, and then he will be able to meet that.
Kazuni.
And then we will have him play chess on the computer for a little bit. He is going to need to get his homework done as well once he's done with that. It does look like all of the other kids are currently doing their homework autonomously, which we love because we do want them getting their homework done. And they seem to be working on that, which is fantastic. Haley's just out here doing a little bit of hopscotch, which is wonderful. I do believe that we have invited over Evie, and I think she is planning to come round. So we'll be seeing her soon. And he wants to chat with his crush. So we'll be seeing Evie come over and we'll be able to chat with her soon. So once Evie gets here, she's already coming up the driveway here, or the road, I guess I should say. He will go and he will greet her. And he'll probably just discuss some logic puzzles with her. Since he is playing a little bit of chess, I think he would be like, "You'll never guess what I learned playing chess?" Oh, there she goes. No, just wait for them to respond to your text, Tessia. It's fine. He's like, "Hi, honey. Thanks for coming over. I'm so glad you're here." And he's like, "You're never going to believe what I learned playing chess." What is he doing? He's doing his homework. You're supposed to be chatting with her.
Bulawixon, Clarve,
Grenea.
Walush.
Oh, the Moisa Fene. Oh, Stephanie.
He's going to go ahead and ask her if she wants to go to the prom with him. And he's going to brag to her about his grades.
Yes.
Frimsy, Melgreet Bashar.
Drazolaba.
Blown of Pogum, Amiva. Wafatub Fibose. Chul. Miaxa, Bibamak and Earth. Fweezok Farobe. Buche. Tuga Bachar.
What are they doing? Autonomously woohooing? Oh my goodness. And no protection was used. She's got a baby thing above her head. I just want to look and see if she is pregnant. Because she is pregnant. Okay. So she's pregnant with his babies. Or a baby. I couldn't tell if she's pregnant with more than one. But she is pregnant. And I don't think if we moved her in, we would have enough space. There's just too many of our kids in this house. But we definitely need to marry her. And we just have so bloody many people in the house. But we also have to stay on this property. So I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't know how that's going to work. Because I think that if she were to tell him that she were pregnant, I'm pretty sure that he would want to go ahead and get married to her. Let's invite her to stay over for tonight. She's cold.
Philibok?
Yapispar.
Ah, Congaroo.
Hana Dens.
She's like, yeah, a sleepover sounds great. Okay, wonderful. And who's your soulmate? He's gonna ask her.
Borima Hinaba. Oh, Bemoisa Fene. Fwinu. Benkira.
Chixrimbloff? Sibava.
Oh, with a Sue?
Wern.
Oh. Doba. Lorray. Arm?
These two are so cute together.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're precious. I'm not sure how much longer. He says I can't keep my hands to myself around you. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Let me look at the calendar and see how long do the parents have. So the quads age up here. The parents don't have another age up for quite some time, it looks like. Because here's his birthday, here's their birthday. I don't know when the parents age up again. And let's go ahead and we are going to just do a little bit of flirting with her.
Moisa Fene. Yasin our bibid.
Oh my goodness, he needs to use the bathroom. I just want him to ask her about the pregnancy. Because I think that she would probably tell him that she were pregnant.
Abidola. Barbahe Grenache.
Let's do
Grenable Agenzo.
pregnancy and family. Ask if pregnant. No, go ask her if she's pregnant. He's like, I just want to do my bloody homework. Ask her if she's pregnant. All right, he's going to go over and ask if she's pregnant.
Drobus Varick? Ah, Chul.
Sedna.
Huh? Oh, Garsha.
What did she say? I think she told him she was pregnant. He's freaking out.
Cubeppa.
Okay, she's also freezing. Let's put her in some warm clothes. All right.
Sorful.
So what does this say? Big news. He's ecstatic after hearing about a new family member. But it says also, Adriel's partner announced being pregnant. It hits Adriel now how young he still is, how little he wants anything major and life-changing happening at this point in time, how little he feels ready to handle such a thing. It's impossible not to freak out. So he's excited, but he's also kind of freaking. Which I think is understandable considering he is in high school. I think he probably is like, oh my god, I'm going to be a teen father. But also, I think he is excited just because it's Evie. And so he loves her. He wants to marry her. And so he's like, this is great because it's Evie and I love her and I want to spend my life with her. But oh my God, I'm going to be a teen dad. So I do think that we are going to need to figure out how this is going to be able to work. The simple fact that we have so many people in our house, we are definitely going to have to figure out how we're going to be able to make Evie fit. We're going to have to get them married because I do think that, you know, that is something that is going to have to take place. And so, yeah, I think that we're definitely going to have to do that. That being said, we have Casey here. He's unattracted to her. And we have Orion, who he's very unattracted to. And so, nobody for that. Everett is unattracted to Evie. He's got Cam, who he has... Let's invite Cam over. Let's see how they get on. And Isaiah wants to invite over Marielle, maybe. And she's unattracted to Frederick. She got on with Emmett. So let's invite over Emmett. It's kind of late, so I don't know if any of these people will come over, but we will invite them over and see. So Mitchell just came home from work because he had work this evening. We are going to go ahead and let Mitchell tend to some of his needs. He doesn't really actually have any needs that need tending to. I guess we are just going to wait for their friends to show up. All right, so we have Cammie here. Let's go ahead and have him invite Cammie in. We'll get him to monkey around with her.
Ooh, Garu.
And maybe they can go ahead and they can just kind of get to know each other a little bit better. So let's get to know, and we can talk about some interest. Share game night excitement with her. They're going to promise to skip the prom together.
Chul. Kajun. Aldra Amaga Jagorg.
Ebzo.
Zula. Bajna. Sabra Noosh. Oh.
Quexanas.
Samay. Ava. Oskana Varric. Abenor.
And he's going to give her some flowers. And he's going to give her a hug. They instantly have some romance here. So he's going to exchange numbers with her. And they're going to hopefully be able to build up a little bit of romance.
Oh, Wanuba. Noosh. Quema Noosh. Froy Hobe.
Where the heck is she going? We were chatting with you. Like, what the heck? Well, she's over here playing ball. Can't you see that we're trying to have a little bit of romance with you?
Xanahoy.
Alright, who else do we have here? Alright, Tessia is automatically talking with Everett here. Emmett, sorry. Emmett here. We are just going to compliment his appearance and rave about her favorite singers with him.
Zafis Muchi Pichi Benja Morbi Vumu Zerpa and Fabi Narble Franj
Larkim. Pumbaa Mo.
Starta.
Wabish Nerimo.
Okay, so she's going to try to do a little bit of flirtatious things with him and see if they can build up a little bit of romance.
Yes. Sula.
Nushwadaba. Quema Babanef.
Lasarik. Fabi.
Yaba.
Oh. Woo.
Chonkavi Shabashu Kanui Marish Brie. Accruits.
All right, so she's going to reveal her crush on him. Let's try that and see how that goes. And we'll have her flirt with him. Love in unexpected places.
Yes.
Tessia has known Emmett for a while now, but somehow things are different. She always thought that she would recognize her soulmate from the moment she met him. Okay, so he's her soulmate. All right, so if he's her soulmate, we'll try to get these two together. They do have a bit of romance, so we can totally build on that. Let's get her to come in here and embrace him. And maybe she can do a little bit of flirting with him.
Yaffa? Oh. Oh.
Silly twig.
So. Jaru.
Scofa.
And they're going to go ahead and have their first kiss. And she's going to compliment his appearance. And these two are getting on really great. And he's like, I gotta go.
Obey.
How are you doing out here? Let's evolve these plants. Everyone seems to be doing really, really well. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. No one in this bloody house is sleeping. Everyone is awake. Evie's just out here playing a little bit of ball. It would seem that we have Tessia in a relationship, sort of in a relationship. I mean, she's got some romance with some people. And we have Everett, who is in a little bit of some romance with Cam, which is fantastic. I don't think Cam is still here because I think she left as well. But we do have her in a little bit of a romantic rendezvous with Everett, which is fantastic. So they'll obviously be able to go ahead and build on their relationship as well. And so I think that, you know, everyone is well on their way to finding some love in their life and carrying on with their lives. And so with them being able to do that, I think that for our next episode, we'll be seeing some relationships budding, and we're going to see Evie and Adriel potentially getting closer to being able to tie the knot and possibly their children being born. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys on our next Legacy Challenge, where we're going to be seeing Adriel continue his next steps with Evie and find out what happens with this family and everyone building some relationships, and if Evie is going to be able to get married to Adriel and move on in, and how that's going to look for this McKinney family. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.